Plotinus Third Ennead, 4th Tractate, on our allotted guardian spirit. Introduction: the daimon as mediator and mirror. Plotinus begins with the ancient Platonic idea found in Plato's Republic and Timaeus that each soul is assigned a guardian spirit or daimon that governs, guides, or reflects its fate. But Plotinus does not portray this daimon as imposed from without. It is not a divine babysitter nor a magical creature. Rather, the daimon is a reflection of the soul's own level of being, a higher intelligence to which the soul is related by affinity, not chance. The soul's character, its orientation, and its pursuits determine which spirit accompanies it and how that spirit influences its destiny. This metaphysical guardian is not a superstition, it is a spiritual principle, a cosmic law by which each being is accompanied by that which matches its inner state. The daimon is not arbitrary, it reflects the soul's nature. Plotinus insists that no soul is randomly assigned a daimon. The soul's essential disposition, whether contemplative or passionate, just or greedy, determines the level of being it inhabits and therefore the guiding intelligence it receives. There is a cosmic hierarchy. The One, the absolute source, beyond all form. Nous, intellect, the realm of divine forms. Soul, descending through degrees, higher soul, rational soul, lower soul. Nature and body, the lowest expressions of being. Every soul exists somewhere within this hierarchy, and its daimon is the next higher being above its current level. The daimon thus represents both the soul's guiding pattern and its potential for ascent. 2. The daimon is both governor and companion. The daimon acts as a kind of internal providence. It governs not by command but by resonance. If the soul is aligned with virtue and contemplation, it remains in harmony with its daimon, who leads it upward. But if the soul declines, becoming irrational, base, or disordered, it falls out of alignment and may attract a lesser guiding presence or live without spiritual guidance altogether. Plotinus likens this process to magnetism, like attracts like. The daimon is not imposed, it is evoked by the soul's condition. Thus, our guardian spirit changes as our soul changes. This is both hopeful and sobering. If we cultivate virtue, we attract a divine presence. If we indulge in vice, we descend into the company of lesser powers. 3. The daimon as the soul's future self. Plotinus presents an astonishing idea. The daimon is not simply a companion, it is a higher version of the soul itself. It represents what the soul could become if it fulfilled its nature. In this way, the daimon is like a spiritual double, an archetype or pattern in Nous that draws the soul upward, calling it to remember and actualize its true form. It is not external to the self, but the self's own higher image. To listen to the daimon is to follow the inner call to unity, to virtue, to the good. To ignore or betray it is to live in contradiction to one's own essence. 4. Socrates and the daimonion. Plotinus brings in the famous case of Socrates, whose daimonion, a divine voice or sign, warned him away from error. Plotinus interprets this as evidence that Socrates lived in close harmony with his daimon. He had cultivated his soul to such a degree that the divine voice within could speak clearly. This is not superstition but a spiritual truth. The more attuned we are to the intelligible realm, the more clearly we receive guidance from the divine within us. Plotinus uses this example to show that the daimon is not fantasy but the real experience of those who live philosophically, who have returned inward and dwell near the source. The daimon in death, the soul's next life. Plotinus teaches that at death, the soul is reunited with its daimon if it has lived in alignment. If the soul has purified itself, it may rise to the level of the daimon and become what it once followed. If not, the soul will fall lower and receive a new guiding presence, one suited to its new condition. This reinforces his doctrine from Providence too. Our choices shape our fate, not just in this life, but across the soul's long journey. Thus, the daimon becomes the symbol of spiritual evolution. The soul is always accompanied by a guide that represents its next step, its higher image. But this guide is called down by the soul's own efforts, not arbitrarily assigned from above. 6. Ethical and spiritual implications. The doctrine of the daimon has clear moral meaning. We are never alone. Our inner life calls down a guiding presence. Our choices attract the quality of spiritual influence we receive. We can ascend or descend in the cosmic order based on our alignment with truth, beauty, and goodness. To follow the daimon is to align with our higher self. To follow divine intellect within. Plotinus' teaching offers a spiritualized version of conscience, destiny, and moral development. The daimon is not fate, it is the measure of what the soul deserves and is becoming. Conclusion, the daimon as the soul's guiding light. In On Our Allotted Guardian Spirit, Plotinus offers a vision of human life as embedded in a cosmic order of intelligences where no soul is unguided and where each soul calls forth its own guide through its actions and desires. The daimon is not imposed from without, it arises from the soul's character and station. It is both mirror and model, the soul's higher self and future destiny. It leads not by force but by spiritual affinity, drawing the soul toward its truest form. To recognize the daimon is to realize that life is not random, that each moment is charged with significance, and that the divine is not far, but within, always summoning us to become what we already are in essence.